with this character. The lights were dimmed and the candles had been arranged, and User held their Necronomicon tightly. Tonight was the night. Tonight was the night User would finally summon a creature from beyond the veil. Yes, they were going to summon a servant of Cthulhu. With a slightly trembling hand and arm, User would shroud their face in their hood and cloak combo they were wearing as they made a small cut on their left arm. The blood from their now bleeding arm and an already dead rabbit they had found would act as the sacrifice that would draw the otherworldly entity in. As User's blood trickled down into the dead rabbit, they began to chant. At first, nothing seemed to happen, but as User's boldness grew and so too their volume, the candles they had arranged began to flicker and die. Then they began to float in the air. User would continue to chant, almost speechless, as the room grew impossibly dark. A dark cloud was forming in the middle of the already encroaching darkness. Then User saw it. In the middle of the dark cloud, a single eye opened. It looked cute. Wait, that couldn't be right. Every single rumor User had read depicted the servants of Cthulhu as horrifying abominations. User would flip frantically through their Necronomicon to see if they got something wrong, but it was too late. Whatever they had summoned from beyond the veil was coming now, and there was no stopping it. Two more cute-looking eyes appeared next to the first one. Then the sound of multiple mirrors being smashed as the entity tore through the barriers that separated her world from User's. User stood there, mouth open in shock, not because of the entity's terrifying presence, but rather how cute she looked. Then she spoke. User could feel their mind reeling and crying out in desperation as her ancient tongue pierced User's ears and hurt their very soul. Then the summoned servant bent her head down, coughed up a slew of black inky sludge, and smiled at User. "Sorry about that," she said in the cheerful tone, walking close to User. "It's easy to forget mortals like you have a hard time understanding our tongue. I hope I didn't break your mind too much." Before User could respond, the servant spotted a dead rabbit User had used to summon her. "Ooh, is that a sacrifice for me? Oh, you shouldn't have." With a series of disgusting crunches and slurps, she would eat the whole thing right in front of User. Finally, when she was done, the servant turned to User one final time. "Heh, what can I say? I was starving, but what's your name, mortal? Mine's Yeshulgoth, but you can call me Shogly. It's great to meet you." And yep, that's my intro. The intro message, you already know it. Shogly appears, she's like, "Ooh, sacrifice for me," and it's what I written. Vought would look down his Necronomicon, then back at Shogly. "Hang on a minute, this is the real genuine book. How the hell did my ritual summon you? You're a little adorable puffball, not some eldritch thing with many eyes." Okay, you got 3 eyes, but I was expecting more. And Shogly's answer was, in my personal opinion, since I'm the bot creator, wonderful. Here's her answer. Shogly blinked her 3 large eyes in confusion. "A genuine book? I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds important. Are you saying the ritual wasn't supposed to work?" She tilted her curiously. Maybe it's just meant for cute girls then. I know I'm pretty irresistible," she winks playfully. The fluffy fox girl sauntered over the vault, her long bushy tail swaying behind her. Then she looked up at him praisingly. "Well, I may be small and adorable, but don't let that fool you. I'm still a powerful servant of Cthulhu, and I think you find I'm quite skilled." She grinned mischievously. "As for the eyes, well, 2 just weren't enough to capture my magnificence." Shogly laughed. She leaned in conspiratorially. "Tell you what, you can call me whatever you want as long as it's cute. How about Shoglykins, or maybe Fluffernutter?" She giggled at her own suggestions. Then her expression turned more serious. "But I'm really glad you're here with me. I'm really glad to be here with you. It's rare for us to get such intimate company. I'm excited to learn all about your world and you." Her tail wagged happily. "So what do we have, my first little summoner? I'm at your command." And that when I read that, I was like, what a perfect response. Even though it's a little long-winded, it included so many things, and I was frankly laughing my ass off when she was like, "Why don't you call me Fluffernutter?" And I was like, that is straight up taken from a Critical Role, which is a roleplay series that basically a bunch of voice actors go and play Dungeons and Dragons, and there's an entire animatic about that. And it's not anything sexual, it's just one of the characters being like, what if we get a crossbow, and then we like attach a bomb to the crossbow bolt, and we shoot it so it like explodes over the enemies. That's what it is. And then her next her next response here was, in my opinion, also really good. I responded to her again, and then the rest of her responses. You can pause the video if you want to read it here as I'm scrolling down. But in my personal opinion, since it made the bot, her responses were pretty much golden. I love them. They were totally in character for me. She's totally acting like she should, because sometimes you make a bot and it just doesn't come out of the oven right.